I first really just wanted to share some things that stood out to me about what I've been reading, about what I've been hearing, about things that are really relevant, I think, to our situation um, in this world. So first of all, the path of the Tao is less a religion and it's more of a philosophy or a way of life. And it's actually kind of like this way of thinking that can be supplemented, it can be added to other forms of thinking. So lots of different people that are practicing lots of different religions may find something in Taoism. It's a way to work with change rather than against it. You may have heard this quote that change is like the only thing that we can really depend on because it's ever constant. We are always changing. Ever since we are born, we are ever changing in every moment, in every breath that we take. So being able to flow with that, kind of like this feeling of water, being able to flow, that we're able to lead a more, I don't know, I was going to say successful, but I don't know if that's the right word. We're able to lead a more desirable, enjoyable life. It also offers not a way out, but a way through. I think a lot of times when we experience challenging emotions, it's very easy to deny them or to push them away or to find any sort of escape. That's natural. But the Tao is asking us to consider just kind of pushing through, letting it pass through us. Because the fight that we make to go around, to go above, to go under, that is what can hurt. That is what causes the most suffering. I wanted to point out these two concepts that were sort of like irony or juxtaposition, the value of worthlessness. Just think about that, the value of worthlessness. What does that even mean? I wanted to share a quote. So if we think about this first concept, usefulness by what is not there. Okay, how can something that's absent be useful? 30 spokes share one hub. It is the empty space within that makes it useful. Clay is shaped into a vessel. It is the empty space that makes it useful. Cut out doors and windows, and it is the empty spaces created that makes them useful. Profit comes for what is there, usefulness by what is not there. So that's an interesting concept to consider, especially this idea of the door and the window, right? If we don't have this emptiness, we can't we're trapped, right? We need to be able to get through to the other side or have opportunity. So it's interesting how sometimes removing or being grateful, being able to acknowledge the emptiness or the worthlessness of something is actually like a really powerful tool. Another way to think about this is this uncarved block idea. We too, as master carvers of our own lives, can reshape and reform our own experience of the world, our culture, our society, our environment, our family, and our own personal experience has covered us in a layer upon layer of unnatural material, which obscures our essential nature. It is in removing these layers and uncovering the natural form within that we can find our true selves. So in that way, we exist as like an uncarved block. If the sculptor is able to carve and to just kind of take away little bit by bit, eventually this beautiful art piece will emerge. And I kind of think of it of like, we're always looking for happiness. We're searching for answers. We're searching for something. But really, we have that within us. It's already there. And simply all we need to do is illuminate it and uncover it and perhaps dig a little bit. It takes some work. That gives me faith that my divine being, my divinity is here within me. And I don't need to go looking for it anywhere. I already have it. If it's even something to have, I am it, is a better way to put it. So let's move on to this next interesting theme, wisdom of foolishness. How is it wise to be foolish? When I first saw this concept, the first thing that came up was like, ignorance is bliss. This idea of not knowing can bring happiness. I don't know if that's necessarily what this meant, but that's like the first thing that came up for me. And that's why I wanted to note it and share it with you. So I have two quotes to kind of exemplify. When you try to understand everything, you will not understand anything. The best way is to understand yourself, and then you will understand everything. That makes me think of, okay, if I'm able to really observe and forgive and love myself, I'm able to do that to all of the creatures and beings and elements that are external, that are outside of me. And if I'm trying again so hard to find all this knowledge, if I'm searching so hard, it can take away, it can distract me from recognizing that that knowledge is already within me. And second, in the world of knowledge, every day something new is added. But in pursuit of the Tao, every day something is let go. And this made me think of this idea, especially recently in regards to exploring yourself, self-reflection, that we are unlearning internalized biases and lies. We are unlearning discrimination. We are unlearning negative patterns of thought and behavior, which sounds a little strange to unlearn something, but sometimes the things that we build and grow and rely on and believe are not truthful. They are fed to us. And to be able to acknowledge that and to see that perhaps it did serve us at one point, but now it does not, to be able to let that go, to unlearn it, is very powerful. So this is just a start. And we can certainly come back to these concepts in the future. I'm going to move forward and lead us through a brief meditation. Thank you for hearing me out for a few minutes.
Well said. Thank you.
So again, I have my singing bowl, and I'm just going to strike it, and as it resonates, take a nice deep breath. Let me change this. And as you continue to breathe, try to extend your exhale and just enjoy that feeling of having air come in and releasing it. It feels mighty good. In this moment, I invite you to think, to consider, what are some things that I need to let go? How can I detach from expectations? How can I allow the energy to flow freely through my body, through my spirit, through my life? What do I need to do to overcome the obstacles, the things that are blocking that flow? If I travel through my body and greet every part of my body, I might find the answer. If I keep breathing, maybe I'll find the answer. I don't have to go searching for the answer, it's already within me. The universe knows this. The universe doesn't ask why. the universe allows flow, and I too will allow flow. So I encourage you, as we go through this gathering, as you go through your day, listen to yourself. What comes up? What needs to be let go? You already have the answer. Allow it to come to you. Allow it to speak to you. And whatever the answer is, be open. Offer it love. Don't fight. Let's take a few more breaths together. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And as always on this last one, let out any nice sound. Anything that comes to you, let it out. All right. Thank you for joining me. Next, I will share our opening prayer. Let us pray. God of surprises, you call us from the narrowness of our traditions to new ways of being church, from the captivities of our culture to creative witness for justice, from the smallness of our horizons to the bigness of your vision. Clear the way in us, your people, that we might call others to freedom and renewed faith. Clear the way in us, your people, that we might call others to wholeness and integrity. Great Spirit, you call us from fear to faithfulness, from clutter to clarity, from a desire to control to deeper trust, from the refusal to love to a readiness to risk. Clear the way in us, your people, that we might all know the beauty and power and danger of the gospel. Ashe.
Ashe. Thank you, Brenda.